Among the files found on bin Laden's hard drives, a striking number of them dealt with what he considered his greatest accomplishment.
I think everybody of a certain age remembers exactly where they were on 9/11/2001. For me, I was sitting at my breakfast table getting ready to drive across Middle America to start graduate school. And I look up and see the horrific images on TV. To see this kind of violence was deeply hurtful, deeply enraging. And then to find out later that it was actually carried out in the name of my faith. It was actually harming people way beyond the poor victims that they targeted. It was also harming Islam. I remember it was the first time in my life that I was scared for someone to know that I was a Muslim.
The man that I had met 4 years earlier had just overseen the murder of nearly 3,000 men, women, and children. What could these drives show myself and my colleagues about the man who did this? Osama bin Laden's hard drives contained both incriminating data and glimpses into the banality of evil. The key question is, which is which? Here's bin Laden watching an old Al Jazeera documentary about himself.
Probably this is one of those documentaries that he thought misrepresented him.
He used to monitor this, and he used to monitor it very, very seriously.
He's wondering if those glory days for him would be something he would ever return to.
Bin Laden seemed to revel in replaying his greatest hits.
Interesting how he's sitting there watching satellite news. That gives you an idea about how much he was really concerned about his message and how his message is being perceived around the world. After all, during that time period, that's the only thing he has.
Bin Laden had more than just satellite TV to accompany him on his life on the run. He also had 3 of his wives and a dozen of his kids and grandkids. Looks like these are the grandkids.
So this, my sense is that's the oldest.
The grandson of Osama bin Laden.
He's probably almost 10.
Inside the compound, there was a different kind of Osama bin Laden, and depending on where you look, bin Laden seems more like a doting grandfather than a fanatical terrorist.
عندي حزورة لعبة أخرى. نعم وهذه لعبة اسمها ماذا حدث هنا.
Sesame Street. So this is probably the kids we're watching, right?
But this is clearly educational. It's translated in Arabic. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they would have been watching this.
I think that's a terrible irony with bin Laden. The children can enjoy Western products, and at the same time, they could be taught to hate the West.
This contrast between light and dark runs throughout these hard drives.
There is warmth in the Abbottabad household. There were these poetry competitions that his kids were reciting, and bin Laden, their grandfather, distributed prizes afterwards.
But there was no escaping the fact that the compound was no ordinary home, more like a minimum security prison.
One of the most important security measures is not to allow children to leave the house except for urgent necessities, such as medical treatments.
They should not be allowed to be in the yard unless they have an adult with them to control their noise. There was physiological deprivation. There was isolation from other individuals, including other children. There was likely no opportunity for these children to have any kind of socialized experience, what kids deserve and what they need.